Hello, guys. Good morning and happy new week. So, this morning we're going to start with the dollar index, after which we look at gold. All right, so this is the monthly chart on the dollar index, and what I'm trying to point out to you is right here we have a bullish pivot. Right here, we have this movement here, went up, came down, and then we broke that high. All right, and then this pullback did not take out the low. So that validates this as a bullish pivot, what we have here. All right, so price pulled back into it and then went straight away bullish. And then since then, we've seen price trade back into it. This is several years of price action. So I'm going to go down to the lower time frames, having in mind that what we are looking at is, let me remove this. So this is a quarterly level. If I go up on the 3 month chart, we'll see what level that I was looking at the quarterly level, which is we have an imbalance here and then this bullish wick here. But going down to the weekly charts, so now what we have on the weekly charts is interesting for the dollar. We have what might seem like a bullish pivot, but it really hasn't happened yet. All right, so I'm going to remove all this so that it's clear. So this is that quarterly level that I mentioned that I was looking at. All right. What the price do? Let me move this so it's clear. What the price do? Price traded below here. So price traded below and then it has gone higher bullish. But then what sent price below here? Let's do this. Let's bring this here. So predominantly I'm looking at this bullish candle because this is the origin of this move lower. So I want to see this bullish candle decisively broken. What we did here is not decisive. What's happened here? This, for me, yeah, this is good enough if I'm considering this. But this for me is not good enough is if I'm considering this. So what I mean by that is if I'm considering this particular if I'm considering this particular bullish candle here, one, two, three, that went higher, only for price to trade lower, taking out sell side here, then this break above here is good enough for me. So for the dollar index, with this move that just happened here, this pullback into here, for me, in my opinion, might just be a pullback into this inefficiency here. So this might be a pullback into this inefficiency here, only for price to trade higher into this level, this monthly level. So if we go higher on the higher time frame, we'll see what this level is. This is an inefficiency on the higher time frame. All right. So why am I not looking at more than this for bullishness in the dollar? Why am I not looking for more than that? Because well, we have a bearish pivot here. We have this. We have price went lower, went higher, and then broke lower. So that is a bearish pivot. So I'm not looking for price to trade higher than this range for the dollar. So anything we're seeing here on the dollar, I'm not expecting. Remember, this is a weekly chart, so this is going to happen in a couple of weeks. I'm expecting price to react inside of here. I don't want to see it trade below this low. I want to see it react inside of here this week, maybe into next week, and then we'll see bullishness into here. But this is a super higher time frame prediction. So let's just bring it lower to our day-to-day trading so it begins to make sense. All right. So this is that weekly level that we pointed out on the higher time frame. Let's go down to the 4 hour, see if there's anything that makes sense. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we'll have relative equal lows here. So what I mean by relative equal lows are these lows are like it is relatively equal, right? This low is almost as low as this low, but this low is lower than this low. And we've seen this week open with a gap, right? So yeah, we could see this gap filled and then price runs lower, right? That could be the case. This fills and then runs lower. But however the case, for me, I am bullish on the dollar, still bullish on the dollar for a bit. As long as what we saw on the higher time frame exists, I am looking towards that bullishness on the dollar. So a pullback after this run was made higher. Remember, what is this? A pivot. It sent price lower, it went higher, and then pullback. So I'll be looking towards this, something like this. This is the kind of move I want to see this week, going into next week in the dollar. Let's still bring it down to the hourly. So for this week on the dollar, I'll be looking for bearishness before bullishness. That's just a simple way to put it. I'm looking for something like this, a reaction inside of here, and then a continuation higher. Will that happen immediately? I don't know. But it's a bullish market. So if for instance I'm going into this week and I want to trade forex, I'll go to the Euro USD, GBP USD, I'll go to the pound, I'll go to the euro, every other pair that I'm trading against the dollar, I'll be looking for bearish signals. That's what it means. But before I look for bearish signals, I'll first of all wait to see if I'm expecting bearishness before bullishness in the dollar, then in other pairs, I'll be expecting bullishness before bearishness. So if here I want to see this go lower before I want to see it go higher. If I'm trading Euro USD, I'll be looking for the inverse. I'm waiting for it to go higher, take some buy stop before I look for bearishness on that pair. All right, so let's see what gold has done with respect to our last analysis of gold. We've been saying that it's a bullish market, and we said we wanted to see this thing go higher into this level before we see it continue lower. And let's see the 4 hour. It hasn't really done that yet. We're still looking forward to it. All right. So yeah, it dipped in here. We saw it dip in here, pull back, dip in here one more time, pull back. For me, it's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough for me to be excited that it seems like we are seeing bearishness. I would like to see this thing go a little bit deeper, right? Before we see a continuation lower. Let's just run a quick analysis of what it did last week. So this is Monday right here. So this is Monday here. Okay. So this is last week's price action. Let's dissect it a bit. So right here, we see that we have this pivot here. Let's remove this one now. So we see that we have this pivot here. How? This low sent it higher, came lower than that low, and then bullish. That's it. So we have a bullish pivot here by virtue of this candle here. It broke it higher, came down to it, left sell side there. So it came down here, engineered sell side liquidity, but it didn't run into this level yet. It just engineered it and left it, went higher, and then boom, back into it. All right. So as it was coming back into it, it also left another, now a bearish pivot point here. One second. So this is a bearish pivot. So what this means is for gold, for price to challenge these levels of price to challenge here again, I want to see it obliterate this particular block. So I want to see this, like, just go through it like, hot knife through butter. Just go through it, maybe pull back into it, and then continuation higher. I want to see bullishness in gold. I want to see it insinuate that it is going higher before we start seeing that bearish signal that we are looking forward to. Why? Because for me, these are just like clean highs. We have like clean highs here. We have this high, we have this high here, we have this other high here, we have this other high here. So these are like very clean. These are easy highs, easy targets in my opinion for price to go to. Right? And it's already reacting off of this pivot that we have here. Remember, sell side was taking there. So sell side was taking here, bullish, engineered liquidity, pull back into the bullish pivot. Now want to see it rally higher. At least maybe Monday, Tuesday, see it go higher. Maybe from Wednesday we can start seeing midweek reversal for price to continue lower. All right. So this is what I think of this particular market. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I saw that someone, Madabuchi was doing, Kingsley was doing some homework with regards to pivot points and things. Guys, I encourage you to send in whatever research you're doing, whatever homework you're doing. Please send it in so that we'll look at it together and see if you're doing the right thing. And then also, I'll need feedback on the style of teaching, the way I'm explaining the market. Does it make sense to you? Does it seem too complex? Just let me know what you think. All right, guys, have a wonderful week. Thank you.